Well, good Thursday to everybody. This is Bug Eater 64, and we're getting ready to do another flight in the Bell412. Um, right now, we're sitting at William R. Fairchild International in the state of Washington, and we're going to be moving the 412 on this mission to Wooldridge Ag Strip, which is actually in Oregon, and we're going to do something a little different. I actually had to load a second copy of my Bell 412 so that it would have the original Garmin 530 in it. One of my subscribers, again, subscribers being very helpful, listed that with the Garmin 530 you could actually fly the GPS route on a flight plan. Again, first thing you do is you prep electrical systems for boarding, and that gives you electrical power and so on to the aircraft. It's ready to go prior to engine start, and then you put the flight plan into your Garmin 530, and supposedly that's supposed to work. So we are going to give that all a try, and the flight with the flight plan that we've got set, and let's go here and I can show it to you. Here we go on Sky Vector, but you can see it's just not a direct route. There's going to be some waypoints on the way there, so the whole flight ends up being about 224 miles, or just over, almost 225 miles. So this is the flight plan that we're going to use, and let's look at our aircraft. This is the second version, and I am unable to change the paints on this aircraft, because when I loaded the second, I have two versions now of the Bell 412. One of them has the GTN 750s, and this one is stock. So we'll get rid of the before flight stuff and get inside the helicopter. And as you can see, we've got our standard Garmin 530. So let's go ahead first, go to flight, click on our power. That should give us some power, and we can take a look outside, and you can see that the lights are flashing, so we're good there. Let's go up and take a look here, put our batteries on. Anti-collision is already on, so that looks good. And we'll go ahead and get some engines started. So let's check our throttles, check our controls, make sure they're all good. So that's looking pretty good. Alright, so let's turn on some fuel. Force trim we know is on. Set our autopilots. And with that, let's start engine 1. Engine 1 is starting up nicely. Alright, so Okay, so that's looking okay. So now that we have that, let's turn, go up top here. Turn on our generators. Okay. What am I missing? External power, yeah. Battery. DC generator. That's normal. Alright, let's go up here. 412. Make sure that's okay. That's all looking good. Alright. Remove the GPU. And so I'm missing some power. Don't know what's going on here. Why it's not working. So that should have kicked this battery up. Okay, so we have an electrical issue here. Not sure what's causing it. Alright, well, let's see if we can figure it out. Be back shortly. Alrighty, well, looks like we got our electrical problem fixed. There we go. So now we can do that, and we can do, let that warm up, and let's look at our flight plan. And it's already in, so that's our flight plan we're going to be flying. And we'll go ahead and activate it. Alright. So it looks like we're just about ready to go. Let's go ahead and get rid of our GPU. And we're all set. Now what I'm going to do, so I can see a little bit better, I am going to move this over here, and I am going to make it oh so much smaller. But I want to be able to see the track when I take off. So with that, let's go ahead and get my headset cable out of the way. Add some RPM. What we got here? Oh yeah, okay. That's no biggie. Alright, so then we set up our Autopilot, so we're all set there. $2990, yep, that's correct. Now there is a way to bring this RPM up just so it's in the green there, but the last time I tried it, it only moved one motor, so I've got to do some more research, but it'll flying this way. So with that, let's go ahead and see about getting out of here. But beforehand, oops, I almost forgot again. Let's see if we can start a fly. Oh, okay. Let's see. Let's just try this. Yeah, okay. Very good. So we're good to go. All right. Got our alias in there and it's happy. Let's try not to hit any of these aircraft here in general parking. And lift. There we go. And we'll get some airspeed. Click on our indicated airspeed. And our vertical speed. Go with nav. And what's going on here? You know, William, you really amaze me sometimes. Alright. Okay. Here we go. You know, it helps if you do things right. So we'll get back up to speed. We'll get on track. Gain some altitude. So it appears, we'll see how it goes right now. Doing 120 ground speed, which is the cruising speed for this aircraft. And we'll see if it picks up the GPS. And it appears to be doing it. So with the Garmin 530 and doing what, starting with our flight, prepare for boarding, looks like it's going to follow the flight plan. So I can get rid of that. Right now we're at 3,000 feet. I want to make sure that we've get over the mountains without any issue. Well, that's very good that if it'll follow the GPS and fly to purple, that would be very, very nice. So that's very good. And this is about a 200, like I said, following the flight plan, it'll be about 225 miles. $3,900 feet. And let's see, we're at 4,000. Let's go ahead and use that as altitude hold. So the first waypoint is about 30 some odd miles away. And we've got about 23 miles left to go. So we'll see if it'll make the next turn. Oh no, she's flying just fine. Like I said, the RPM's a little bit low. But at this point, I'm really afraid to touch things. Imagine that. It's a very nice morning in Washington State. 19 miles to our first waypoint turn. This is a FS economy flight, and we'll be working our way slowly down to California. We picked this aircraft up yesterday in another part of Washington State. Made a little money with our first flight, and we'll make a little bit of money with this flight. We're actually taking some medical patients back home, I guess, and we'll make a little over $4,000 on this flight. So once we keep heading south, we'll be getting into areas where we can pick up more and more jobs and missions at one time in FSE economy, and actually start making some real money. This aircraft has the capability of making $8,000-$10,000 a flight, so that's what we're working towards. But we got to get to airports where there's those kind of jobs available. They must be hiding on the other side of the bulkhead. Everything is looking okay. And we're actually recording this in Streamlabs today instead of the standard OBS. I've been working with that a little bit just to see how things go. Hopefully they don't have the problems we had before. Okay, let's get some altitude. I don't want to run into this rock in front of us. That would be bad. Okay. I think we're good. Only needed about 300 feet to make sure we were over the top. And 10.5 miles to the turn. said, when I do a little research, I'll be able to figure out exactly to get both engines right here in the green on that. They're synced up fine right now. And you can make RPM increment changes down here, but when I did that before, it only moved one of the engines. So I'm gonna have to, heaven forbid, I'm gonna have to read the manual a little bit more, just make sure that I can get that rotor percent right in this area here. Because at this point, where it's sitting, it's actually, RPM's a little bit low, and we'd like to get it up higher, but you know, you learn as you go, and that's what this is all about. And we've got about 6 miles to the turn. Now, unfortunately, with the Garmin 530, you can put in a GPS flight plan, no problem, even V-lock, but I'm not able to put SIDS and stars in it. So four miles to go. So when you have a flight plan like this, you know, V287 and V23 coming down, I wasn't able to do that, but I was able to put in RP, BTG, and EMAID, and then our final destination of 9 Oscar Romeo 8. So should be okay if everything goes well. Two and a half miles. And unfortunately, I don't have the ability to have a true green screen. So when you see that flickering going on, that's because my green screen is generated by my camera capturing. So using the Chrome system, and it works fairly well as long as I don't. But if I move too much, it gets excited. Alright, so almost there. It's showing an indication of making the turn. There we go. Whoa. Boy, did that kick in. Nothing gradual about that. But it is following the GPS flight plan. So that is very, very good and good to see. So ground speed's 127, so we got a bit of a tailwind. Distance 124 miles to our next turn. So that'll be just about an hour. So with that, I will see you when we get to the far end. Now that we know that it is following our GPS, which is excellent, that's going to make life so much easier with this aircraft. And for the virtual airline and charter services that we run, this is really going to make life most excellent, actually. So we will see you on the other side of this flight. Until then, enjoy the ride. Okay, well, we are back, just getting ready to make our final waypoint turn, in which case we'll probably have less than 20 miles to our destination. Now this could get interesting. Basically, the runway is about just west of Interstate 5. So we're making the turn. It says we've got 13 miles. So what we're going to do is we are going to start our descent. And hopefully we can find this airport, or at least this runway. It's supposed to be a turf or grass runway. And we'll see what we can do. Okay, 12 miles to go. The runway is about 205 feet above sea level. So hopefully we'll be able to see it. The flight has gone at this point flawlessly as far as using the GPS, and the Autopilot has flown the GPS track, or flown the purple, all the way, no problem whatsoever. Now the issue is going to be, can I land it without breaking it? Eight miles to go. Gonna slow her down and keep losing some altitude. And keep our eyes open to see if we can see. We got 6 A little over 6.5 miles to go. And this right up here, that is Interstate 5. So the runway will be just west of that. We'll see how things go. Five miles to go. So far I'm not seeing any runways, grass or otherwise. And I believe this runway goes, yeah, 34 and 160, so uh, 4 miles to go. That may be it right there. So with that, Oh, that looks like it right there. A little over torque there. Okay, so that was bad. Turns out it's on the opposite side of I-5. Okay, well, I think we found it. Let's see if we can land on it. Absolutely zero 3D anything here, so. Okay, we have landed. Outstanding. Alright. So with that, RPM's down. And engine shut off. And we should look good. Alright. Get rid of the macros. And with that, alright then, we completed the flight. Everything went well. Actually found the runway. It's a shame there's no buildings or anything here in 3D. But we did complete the job. So with that, let's go ahead and take a look. Okay. It says we've landed at OR 86. So I'm going to have to find our other airport. OR 86. We're supposed to be at 9 OR 8. Interesting. Okay, well, let's see what we can do. Son of a gun. Guess we haven't finished. Ain't that terrible. Alright. Well, with that, let's see here. Let me see. We'll get it started and we'll go find it. Be back. Alrighty, well, we got the engines restarted. Let's take a look at this. It's saying that I've got 1.3 miles still to go to get to my destination, so I landed early. All me, all bad. Alright, let's get the RPMs up. And let's do this. Yeah, I'm at 0. Okay. So I got 1.3 miles. It's going to be to my left. Okay. Let's see if I can find this one. Here we go.
FSE flight not started.
Ah, crap. Alright. Let's see if I can, if it'll let me restart the flight from here. We'll just land in this field. Come on. Okay, so let's see if I would allow. No. Okay. All is good. Less than a mile to go anyway. I think that's it, dead ahead. Where's this it right here? Oh, this is it right here. We are here. Okay. Let's see if it gives me credit this time. Son of a gun. Once again. Okay, I think maybe it gave me credit that time. Let's see. Yep, okay, yeah. So we did. Alright, good enough. So as the old girl winds down, flight completed. We are now in Oregon. Had a nice fly over Portland, Oregon earlier. Beautiful scenery. And flight was, other than landing too soon, it was completely uneventful. The procedure for following the Garmin 530 GPS routes, the flight plan, worked perfectly. So that was nice to know, and that was done with the help of some of my subscribers, and I greatly appreciate it, and that's why I really like getting the comments from you folks and finding out how I can do things better, even flying these aircraft. So with that, I sure hope you enjoyed the flight. I sure had a great deal of fun bringing it to you. I had a good day flying, and until next time, this is Bug Eater 64, and as always, safe flying.